on this full moon night from the foot of Mount Timpanogos here in Lehi, Utah. We welcome you to the Rewind Sports Network and our coverage of Skyridge football presented by Alpine Credit Union and Alpine Surgical Arts. Tonight, it's the close of the regular season, and it's one of the best rivalries in high school football, an all-Region 3 showdown between the American Fork Cavemen and the Skyridge Falcons. With my broadcast partner, Gavin Atkinson, joining me, Alexander Timolip here from the top of the press box here at Skyridge High. All right, Gavin, I turn to you. First thing I say is, we got a Region 3 showdown here tonight, one of the best rivalries in this region. American Fork and Skyridge about to renew hostilities here tonight.
And I tell you, Alex, this is going to be an incredible game. When you look at it, AF has kind of had an up and down season. They're going to want it back, but unfortunately they went 4-5 up until this point, trying to get to 500. But I tell you, crazy things happen in rivalry games. I don't care if AF is 1-0 or has no wins. They would have a chance in this game because rivalries are crazy.
All right, let's talk about this rivalry. Both teams coming off of back-to-back wins. Skyridge continuing their winning streak, 4 games in a row now, upsetting both Lehi and Lone Peak in back-to-back weeks, knocking the Knights out of the national rankings last week on the road. And American Fork, meanwhile, after a 2-5 start, they've also won 2 in a row, and you kind of get the sense that both teams are starting to find their groove at the right time, especially this American Fork team.
And going to Skyridge, that win over Lone Peak, who we saw beat Timpview at the start of the year. Timpview battling Orem tonight for their regional championship. But this game, both teams are playing their best football when they need. We are in for a treat, a battle. Get ready for a long night.
So as we prepare for that, let's go to the Heidemann and Associates Keys to the Game, presented by Heidemann and Associates, the full-service law firm that is committed to going above and beyond the call for you, the client. Gavin, we know, you said it, crazy things can happen in rivalry games. What specifically stands out to you, though, about tonight at both of these teams, what they have to do to close their seasons with a win?
Now, I'll start with American Fork. American Fork coming in as the underdog. You have to find a way to manufacture some points, keep up with Skyridge, and that is going to start by slowing down Skyridge defensive end, Deshaun Tololo. He has 7 sacks on the year, and 7 sacks is a ton. You also think the unfortunate thing about high school football is we don't get to see the QB pressures. We don't get to see how many hurries he has had throughout the year. But this guy is a monster. He is going to be pressuring Gaysford all night, and that is a big problem for American Fork. American Fork's passing game has struggled over the last 6 weeks as Gaysford has thrown 9 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. You gotta avoid those interceptions. Now switching over to Skyridge, they have to find a way to avoid turnovers on their own end. Canal Sweetwine has been excellent for them all year, but his touchdown to interception ratio is really, it leaves a lot to be desired. He's got 16 touchdowns on the year and 13 interceptions. He's thrown just under 200 yards. He's got to find a way to take care of the football. He's got to shine tonight. We know he can in the run game as well. Skyridge has to play sound football tonight.
And both teams, on both sides of the ball, like you said, Gavin, will have to play sound football tonight because of the weather conditions here currently in Lehi. Currently overcast skies and 17-mile-an-hour wind coming from the southeast, so it is coming directly towards us here in the broadcast booth. We are expecting rain later tonight, and so that would change the game plans of these two teams drastically. As Gavin said, it is a loaded night of football. Timpview and Orem playing for the Region 7 championship. Fremont and Farmington playing for Region 1. Skyridge has already at least clinched a share of the Region 1 title tonight. Or Region 3 title, excuse me, tonight. but they want to finish the season with an undefeated region record. American Fork won the kickoff, won the toss. They'll get the ball first. Going towards the south goal. Wilkinson and Christian Henshaw back to receive the kickoff from Blake Hester, as we are off and running from Skyridge tonight, and the kickoff goes directly through the back of the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. Cavemen ball at the 20-yard line.
And that will bring out this American Fork offense, which has found its traction in recent weeks in the last two games against Pleasant Grove and Westlake, scoring a total of 64 points while holding their opponents to just 22. And as usual, they will start in the pistol with David Gaisford, and behind him the single setback is Prince Afu. Afu motions up to the shotgun spot with Gaisford, and he gets the handoff on first down, and it's right up the middle. And Gaisford, or rather Afu, gets about maybe 5 yards. Brought down on the play by Toilolo, and he took Toilolo, did Afu for a few extra yards.
And that's a great start for American Fork. You get 5 yards on first down, you make it second and manageable, and the playbook is wide open for these next two plays.
On the stop.
One of the notable absences we want to mention tonight is Jet Miney, who's out for the season. Suffered a Lisfranc injury last week against first.
Right there, he blank coverage. There was no chance that ball was going to be caught. No fly zone out there early.
The wind really knocking around our camera cord here, really sensitive up here on the press box. 3rd down and 5 now from the 26. Gaisford to throw, throws the screen pass that's incomplete, or the slant rather, and it was intended for David Dean, who had himself a great game a couple weeks ago against the Pleasant Grove Vikings, and it's 3 and out on the first possession for AF.
And right there we saw our first taste of Deshaun Toilolo. He got the quarterback hurry coming off the edge. It would have been a sack if Gaisford hadn't gotten rid of that ball, threw it into triple coverage. Lucky that one went over the head.
Press switch now to punt the football. And he gets it away into the wind, and it's a good punt right over the head of Tavian Edwards. And it takes a backwards hop, and Edwards is forced to swallow it at the 36-yard line. And so that will bring out this Skyridge offense, who, Gavin, through the first 9 weeks of the season, has really been built on a power running game and a double back punch that really has given teams fits.
Well, you look at Zayden Selu, 775 yards on just under 140 attempts and 11 touchdowns. He has been exceptional this year.
Right on cue, here is Selu on the first play, and as we say that, he gets swallowed up in the backfield. Swallowed up there by linebacker Madden Jensen, who plays both ways.
And this is going to be how American Fork slows down the Skyridge run game. You got to get them behind the sticks early, make them try and convert 2nd, 3rd, and long.
It's actually Luke Broadbent, I correct myself, that made the last tackle. Here's Sweetwine to throw on 2nd down. Pass is caught. That's Selu out of the backfield, and he gets bumped out of bounds by a host of white shirts at about the 42-yard line. First contact made there by Jacob Nelson, the DB. Just underway here, 3rd and 5 for the Skyridge Falcons. Alexander Tumulov and Gavin Atkinson on this windy night here on the top of Skyridge High School. The final game of this Region 3 season between these two longtime rivals. Here's a handoff, or a keeper rather, for Sweetwine, trying to dive to the right side, and he will pick up the first down behind left tackle. And he picks up a pick, and he gets about 7 there for a first down.
And Alex, this is what makes the Skyridge team so hard to stop. You have that quarterback option read play because Sweetwine has 7 rushing touchdowns and 478 yards. He's run the ball up until this game 96 times.
From midfield, dead even, 1st and 10. Fake to Selu, throw the read option, that is complete. That's Davis Fyans into the secondary, and he gets tripped up from behind by Noah Bean, but not before. He picks up another 23 yards and a first down.
That's another Falcon.
I believe that was Noah Ben that made that tackle. Just, you see the American Fork defense get sucked in by that option.
Selu, or rather this is Sweetwine, and a good one-on-one tackle on the outside. And we have a penalty flag down late after the play.
He's met by number 30, Corbin Rowe.
That's Corbin Bowerly who made the stop. David Steierman, our referee, indicates that it's holding against Skyridge.
A flag is on the play. Indication against offense.
Just underway here on this Wednesday night.
Believe they called that one on the receiver, Boston Sorensen. Good catch by our cameraman, able to point that one out for us.
And 16 to go.
1st and 16 now following the penalty on the 35-yard line. Jacob Hester does have the leg for this, especially with the wind at his back. So they are in manageable field goal range here if they want to take it. Here's a handoff left side to Selu, and Selu gets closed off immediately. Good job there setting the edge by Justin Bourgeois.
First met by
and it's 2nd and long.
Justin Bourgeois.
So far, I've been really impressed with American Fork's run defense so far. You've gotten bit by that zone option twice so far. You had the pass and you had that one Sweetwine run. But other than that, they've been fairly solid.
2nd down, 16. Have to get the ball to the 19-yard line to get the first down. Sweetwine to throws in the middle. That is complete, and wide open is Fyans, and he gets waffle boarded to the turf at the 13-yard line. But that's more than enough to move the sticks.
Man, and that one hurts so bad because American Fork is playing zone. Sweetwine was able to find the hole in the zone and convert that long first down.
1st down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Hand off to Selu, and Selu gets smothered in the backfield. Stop made on the play there by Nelson, among others. So 2nd and long. So Selu has carried the ball 5 times here, and he has -1 yard.
Number 88, Mitt Palmer.
Double wide receiver lines up to the left. Sweetwine has an H-back in the formation with Selu in the backfield. And it's a sweep to Selu going left side this time. Has a block. Goodbye. Touchdown. So after they try to go inside, Gavin, they go outside. And Selu walks into the end zone for the first score of the night.
And I have to give credit to his lead blocker, the H-back, number 90. Unfortunately, I don't have a roster in front of me, or I'd give you his name. I'll grab that in 1 second. Isaac Westover, an incredible block, setting up that touchdown.
Whoa, high snap. And the throw is complete to Toilolo as they just have to eat it.
And the conversion.
And so the wind having a factor on that extra point. And so instead of it being a 7-0 game, it remains a 6-0 Skyridge lead. But all the same, the Falcons get on the board first here this evening behind what else is new? Another Zayden Selu touchdown. They're up 6-0. Zayden Selu gets the scoring started here this evening for the Skyridge Falcons. Alexander Zablip and Gavin Atkinson as Blake Hester kicks off and boots this thing right through
Hester's kick.
the back of the end zone.
It'll be touchback.
The Rewind Sports Network and our coverage of high school football continues Saturday, not with the game, but with the moment we've been waiting for. The brackets will be revealed. Join Dane Stewart and Jeff Hansen live on KSLSports.com at 10 o'clock a.m. as we reveal all the matchups and what the games on our radar are going to be. Join us Saturday at 10 a.m. on your home for high school sports, the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Prince Afu in the backfield on 1st and 10 from the 20. And it's Afu left side, bumps off a tackler and then gets stoned in the backfield. Brought down to the play by Carlos Uyema, one of the seniors playing his last regular season home game here tonight.
And that Skyridge defense doing a great job not giving up any holes. That offensive line for AF wasn't able to create any running lanes for Afu, and he tried to bounce off of the blockers, and there was nowhere to go.
2nd down, 11 yards to go. Ball on the 19-yard line. They officially lost a yard. Wilkinson goes in motion out to the right. Gaisford's going to throw down the middle, and the pass is nearly picked off, but lots of contact, and here comes a flag.
For number 80, David Dean.
It looked like Briggs Parker, the junior defensive back, playing the nickel position on the play, got a hold of Dean around the hip. And that's going to make it a 1st down for the American Fork Cavemen. That's the 2nd penalty already called.
And this is something Skyridge has to avoid. The unforced errors will kill you in these games when you are the favorite. We saw the first one coming from that high snap on the extra point. They cannot let this become a storyline of the game.
Double Y receiver lines up to the right. H-back of the formation lines up to the left. Gaisford from the pistol. Afu behind him. Good pressure on the quarterback, but it's picked up. Gaisford has time, rolls to his right, and the pass is caught. What a catch and throw that time for Cash Tayese, the freshman. And how about Gaisford able to improv out of the pocket and find Tayese in that little pocket of space?
Great job by Gaisford seeing what's going on. He sees them bringing 4, but they're bringing that extra man from somewhere you don't expect. Gets through the line, runs to his right, and finds the open man.
Afu remains the setback in the pistol on 2nd and 8 from the 37. Wilkinson in motion to the left, makes a triple Y receiver, and we have a flag. And it is going to be offside against the Falcons. So already 3 penalties called in the first 5 minutes or so against Skyridge. Remember, they're up 6-0 here on the touchdown run by Zayden Selu. But then the extra point went slightly awry, and now here we are, a 6-0 game, and American Fork threatening across midfield for the first time tonight. Afu remains the setback. Triple Y receiver now lines up to the left, and Gaisford to throw that way. Throws, pass looked like it got deflected, and it's dropped. Incomplete, intended for Dyson Richards, the H-back. It looked like somebody might have got a fingertip on it, but either way, it's 3rd down.
And I tell you, Alex, playing in this condition, that wind, that ball just seemed to hang forever and almost get pushed back a yard just outside of the reach. But AF has a 3rd and very manageable 3rd and short. We'll see if they can convert as Skyridge loads this box.
Yeah, it looks like they're loading up for a run here. Definitely 3rd and 2 from the 42. Afu motions into the pistol or the offset shotgun formation, and it's Afu getting the handoff, and Afu's going to get the 1st down. What 2nd effort by the senior running back. Struggled right through the ankle tackle of Deshaun Toilolo and a 1st down.
Great job by Afu. You know, not a lot had developed there, but he found the hole and he fought through the tackle to get that 1st down. Those are the type of winning plays that are going to help American Fork stay in this game.
1st and 10 now from the 45. Pistol formation here. Now Afu motions up to the right. And now we're going to have a penalty flag as Looked like David Dean flinched.
Illegal movement on the offense.
So already 4 total penalties. That's the first one on AF tonight. As we're just about past the halfway point of the first quarter. 6-0 Skyridge on the touchdown run by Zayden Selu on the first offensive possession for the Falcons, who come into this game the #1 team ranked in the KSL Sports Rewind 25. Gaisford from the shotgun, handoff to Afu, bursts right through the middle, and Prince Afu has one man to beat, and Afu is ripped down inside the 20 by Tavian Edwards, and that's a big-time running play that I think, if you're offensive coordinator Michael Hunsaker, you're going to like very much.
And that's the type of play that really just opens up your offense. Electric play from Afu.
And we have another penalty flag and another offside. Was it induced? No, it was not, says David Starman. So that's 1st and 5, and already 4 penalties called.
8-yard line, 1st and 5.
So 1st and 5 now from the 8-yard line. Off that big run by Prince Afu, getting into the 13-yard line, a 42-yard run. Triple wide receiver now lines up to the left. And Wilkinson in the slot to the left. Afu in the shotgun with Gaisford. Gaisford throws. That pass is deflected and nearly picked off, and it probably should have been, as Noah Bird was reading that like a book from the minute that pass was thrown. And Gaisford lucky that one wasn't going the other way for 6.
And that is not a unfamiliar scene for AF. You know, really struggling with these interceptions late in this season. Got to find a way to punch this one in.
22, Briggs Parker.
Single coverage on David Dean down to the bottom of your screen to the right. Triple wide receiver lines up to the left, and Gaisford's going to throw for Dean, and it's just a little bit overthrown. Intended for him, and it was covered well that time by Junior Guilford.
Brings up 3rd down.
I said it, and they threw it that way. Apparently, Michael Hunsaker must be reading my mind, but it's 3rd and 5 regardless.
And that one, oh, you wish you had back, because it looked like he had the step on the defensive back, Gennaro Guilford Jr.
It is 3rd down.
That one just overthrown out of the reach of the outstretched hand.
5 wide receivers. This could be 4-down territory here for AF. Gaisford to throw, throws the screen, that's complete. Wilkinson gets a block, and Wilkinson gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavemen.
Quarterback David Gaisford connects with.
So that time they go on the swing screen, and Gaisford gets it to Wilkinson, and we are deadlocked at 6 here with the extra point to come.
And great blocking from the receivers on that top side of your screen, doing an excellent job creating an alley for him to run through, and then he just uses his speed to get the rest.
That is his 9th receiving touchdown of the season for Cade Wilkinson. And now here comes the UVU soccer commit, Lewis Connecton, for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. The extra point is up, and it is good. 7-6. American Fork has their first lead of the game with 4:50 to go here in the first quarter. AF up by a digit. The Rewind Sports Network and our coverage of Skyridge football is presented, of course, by Nutricost and, of course, by Alpine Credit Union and Surgical Arts. Join us next week, Friday, on the Rewind Sports Network as the first round of the playoffs begins. Join me and the Brown Bear. That's right, me and Brian Brown will have a game. Where will we be? We don't know yet, but stay tuned to KSLSports.com for where we will be going next week. Again, that's me and the Brown Bear, Brian Brown. Next week, Friday night, on the Rewind Sports Network, your home for the UHSAA Football Championships.
Right now is number 11, Lewis.
And you talk about a fun broadcast team. That's going to be fun next week, Gavin, being around me and the Brown Bear next week, wherever we go.
I cannot wait. It should be a party.
Is it going to be more, though, than when Hatch and I do the games, though? That's the question. Or is it going to be on the same level?
It's been a while since I've done a game with the Brown Bear, but Jake Hatch, man, he is one funny guy.
Of course, shout out to Brown Bear. and Hatch tonight. Hatch, of course, doing a game up at Westlake against Lone Peak with Nate Carter, who did a couple games with me, and he did a game with me earlier this season here at Skyridge. A game in which the Falcons upset the #1 team in Colorado, Cherry Creek, 24-14. On this play, though, it's a handoff to Selu. He bursts through the middle, and he gets about maybe 6 yards, brought down on the play by Dallin Afu, among others.
On the tackle for American Fork 49, Talon Wilderson.
Really the first time in this first quarter Selu has had that much room to run. Here's a handoff to him again. Rather, it's a sweep to Sweetwine on the option, and Sweetwine gets nailed. But he picks up a first down nonetheless at the 31-yard line on the pickup of, well, we'll call it about maybe 8 yards.
Great job by Sweetwine, once again fighting for some extra yards, getting that first down as we see Skyridge really committing to that run game.
Had to kind of expect that coming into this game. They're so good at running the football. Of course, Sweetwine telling me after the win over Lehigh back a couple weeks ago, saying he has one of the best offensive lines in the state. Hard to argue. Sweetwine on first down. Pressure coming by backside. Takes off out of the pocket using his legs. And he gets smothered at about the 39-yard line. Dalinoff came free off the edge. But Sweetwine with that basketball speed able to get up the seam rather quickly.
And I'm just so impressed with Sweetwine. He's come so far since his freshman year at Orem High, where you usually saw him punting the football. Really glad to see this guy showing off his talents.
Also plays on the basketball team for Jeff Gardner. Pass over the middle is caught, and way faster than everybody else is Josh Hansen, and he's tripped up inside the 10-yard line. That's the third time they've gone to that screenplay, and the third time it's worked.
And man, that is so hard for a defense to stop. You know, you're getting square, ready to tackle him, and he just rips on that spin move and shows off his speed. Almost at his third touchdown of the year right there for Hansen.
Now he goes in motion here. Sweetwine going to take it on the quarterback option. And he gets taken down by the legs at about the 8-yard line. The markup officially at the 7. Both teams scored on back-to-back possessions. Skyridge scored on their opening possession. American Fork scored on their second possession. And both going to the star players. Skyridge going to Selu. The other side goes to Cade Wilkinson for American Fork. 2nd and 6 now from the 7. Here is a fake and a keeper by Sweetwine, and this time American Fork is ready for it. Good read that time to make the tackle by Lincoln Miller, the sophomore safety. And it'll be 3rd down here.
And boy, would this be a big stop for American Fork. You know, bend, don't break mentality. Make him take the 3 points, and you're still in striking distance.
This could be 4-down territory for Skyridge, depending on how head coach Justin Hem wants to play it. He certainly has the offensive line and the strength to get through this defense. Jacob Jacopo now lines up as the single setback next to Sweetwine. Play clock down to 4. They just got it away. Jacopo gets the handoff, and he is going to be short of the first down by about a yard. And I think it's obvious what Justin Hem's going to do here, Gavin. I think he's definitely going for this.
With this offensive line, it'd be hard to imagine a reality where they don't. But you're risking a lot of momentum here. You got to get this first down or the touchdown.
Jacopo lines up in the backfield on 4th and 2 from the 3-yard line. American Fork just loading up the box, expecting run here. Why not? Boston Sorensen goes in motion, now comes back to the left. Play clock down to 4, now to 2. Here is Jacopo, left side, first down, and he's not going to get the touchdown, but the ball comes out! Or they're going to say he's down. They're going to say he is down. He tried to stretch the ball out across the goal line, but they're going to say he lost it as his knee hit the turf. But nonetheless, it's 1st and goal.
Who will breathe a sigh of relief if you're a Skyridge fan? Skyridge did
First one, Salo up the middle. Touchdown. See Salo right uppercut for his second touchdown of the quarter. And Skyridge now has the lead back late here in the first quarter.
And this touchdown drive set up by Josh Hansen and his speed on that curl route. Salo just finds a way to finish it, getting his 13th rushing touchdown of the year.
Jacob Hester, another high snap, but this time he's able to hook it in with the wind. And it's now 13-7 in favor of the Falcons. So let's kind of do a reset here. Alexander Tumulp alongside my broadcast partner Gavin Atkinson. There's your score, 13-7 with 31 seconds left in the first quarter. And Gavin, really so far, Skyridge able to do what they want to do offensively. Really, they just have to clean up the mistakes on the defensive end of the ball.
And you're exactly right. I mean, Skyridge flexing its muscles in the red zone right there. But they've got to find a way to be a little bit more dominant. And we saw some issues with the offense, with the holding that set them back. They were able to get bailed out by some big plays from Sweetwine and from his receivers. But you got to clean that up. You're dancing with disaster. You don't want to give American Fork hope in this game.
Jacob Hester will kick off. And it's a line drive kick. And Wilkinson going to let this one hop right through the back of the end zone. The Rewind Sports Network and our coverage of high school football is presented by Heidemann and Associates, the law firm that is thankful to go above and beyond the call for the clients they serve. Call them today at 801-754-4240 for your free consultation with them, courtesy of the Rewind Sports Network.
On the clock for the first quarter, the score, American Fork 7, Skyridge Falcons 13.
So American Fork looking to score for the second consecutive drive. We had 3 consecutive scoring drives here in this first quarter. Richards goes in motion. And here's a play action by Capono Manuela, who throws for Dean. And Dean well covered, but it's off his hands, incomplete. Gennaro Guilford able to get downfield and make the coverage. And just as we saw in the PG game, now here comes a quarterback change, and Capono Manuela comes into the ball game now for AF.
Great coverage from Guilford right there.
Well, you would think you better have great coverage. His dad is the cornerbacks coach for BYU. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Manuela from the shotgun, handoff to Jensen going right side, and Jensen able to break a tackle, spins out of one. Another flag comes down, and where the yellow hankies are tossed, I suspect we may have a face mask or a holding. And if it's against Skyridge, it's going to be their 5th penalty they've committed in this first quarter, and it appears the signal is it's a face mask. So 5 penalties already called against Skyridge.
Face mask on the defense.
At this rate, Skyridge is heading for a 20 penalty game. And I can't imagine what head coach Justin Hem is going to be talking about in this quarter break.
Manuela probably will not take a snap, as that will take us to the end of quarter number 1. A fun start to this one here tonight in Lehigh. American Fork's on the move. They trail Skyridge 13-7. Back after this word from the running company. Ready to start quarter number 2 here tonight at Skyridge. Alexander Tumulip and Gavin Atkinson for our Skyridge football, presented by Alpine Credit Union and Surgical Arts.
Number 0, D-line.
From the 43-yard line. Throws a dart over the middle, and that pass is caught for a first down to Dyson Richards.
Great job by American Fork's offensive line picking up the extra blitzer, and then Gaisford able to stand in that pocket and find the open man.
Dyson Richards with the catch.
Here is Jensen, the handoff right side, and he'll bully his way forward for about maybe 4.
Carrying the ball, number 28, Madden Jensen, stopped by Flock Falcons.
So far, you've seen American Fork avoid the big mistake on offense. And they have to continue with that. Gaisford almost threw that pick in the red zone, but the offense is rolling.
As we said, Gaisford led the touchdown drive last time. Capono Manuela now is leading this drive, and he drops back to pass. Good protection, and pass is caught. What a catch there by Dyson Richards. It was right on the dot, and it looked like Darian Diarte was over to make the tackle in time.
Number 1, DB.
That brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd down, and call it maybe 2 now. Triple wide receiver lines up to the left. You have to feel this is probably 4-down territory for the Cavemen. Skyridge is showing a lot of pressure here. And here they come. Manuela to throw, gets rid of it quickly, and it's batted away, incomplete. Tavian Edwards gets his hand on it. And it's 4th down, and no hesitation here by the American Fork offense. They're going to go for this.
American Fork 100% playing to win this game now. They're not trying to play to stay in it. They need to find a way to keep up with the Skyridge offense, and that's going to come with some risks.
Double wide receiver lines up to the left. Pistol formation here for Madden Jensen. Now he motions up to the shotgun. H-back in the formation is Richards. Play action. Manuela gets rid of it. Richards hurdles a man and gets the 1st down. Edwards was over there in time, but not enough to trip up Dyson Richards. And number 26 makes another big play to move the sticks.
Great effort from Richards, getting that extra lead, getting that extra yard, converting that 1st down. You hear about winning plays, that's one of them. You need to stack even more.
David Gaisford standing on the sideline while Capono Manuela leads this drive. Double wide receivers either side. Hand off to the right side. This is Jensen, and he goes nowhere. Brought down by a host of gray shirts on the play, led by Griffin Coons. Loss of 3 on the play there for the Cavemen,
Griffin Coons,
which
11, linebacker.
follows up that beautiful call on 4th down by Michael Hunsaker, the offensive coordinator for Aaron Beam. 2nd and 12 now from the 37. Tayese goes in motion, and now Manuela will get the call in from the sideline. Play clock down to 4, down to 3, and they just got it away. Manuela, good protection, guns it deep for Wilkinson, and good coverage, incomplete, but here comes a flag. Maybe a little too much hand fighting for the line judge's liking. Diarte had coverage, and Wilkinson is going to get bailed out.
And I believe the call right there, Skyridge isn't going to like it, but he did not get his head around. He played the receiver rather than the ball, and I believe that's why they threw that flag.
Penalty is for pass interference.
So that will move the ball inside the 25-yard line to the 22. That is the 6th penalty already against Skyridge here tonight. And 5 of them have been on defense. 1st and 10 from the Skyridge 22. Jensen in the shotgun. Tayese goes in motion to the left. And Manuela to throw. Throws it into the seam. That's complete. That's Wilkinson. Penalty flag goes down. This may be pass interference against Tayese for blocking downfield before the pass was thrown.
Linebacker.
Or they may deem it was outside the tackle box, and therefore it was not pass interference. That's the only thing I can think of. And there is no flag for offensive pass interference, as I thought it was outside the tackle box. So, by rule, but that's the rule. If the pass is completed outside the tackle box, you can block downfield prior to the pass. And I believe that was what the discussion was. 2nd down and 6 now from the 18-yard line. Manuela from the shotgun, Tayese in motion. Half half roll out to the right. Manuela now gets rid of it and throws into the dirt, and incomplete. Jacopo Malufau was over there. There was a receiver in the area, so no flag for grounding. That'll be another third down.
And so far in this game, we have seen American Fork really struggle with the Skyridge defense and the pressure they bring. They've gotten bailed out a few times because how have they responded? They've thrown it downfield. They got the PI we just saw a few minutes ago. They had one earlier in this game.
Diarte and Wilkinson matched up again, bottom of your screen. Afu is the running back this time next to Manuela in the shotgun. Manuela, good protection this time, and he's got plenty of room to that left side. It all opens up, and Caputo Manuela walks into the end zone. Touchdown, American Fork.
The speed from Manuela to see, and the play recognition. He looks up, he sees that it's zone, he sees the defense sliding to the right side of the field, following his receivers, steps up in the pocket, finds the hole. Skyridge gets too far down the pocket and uses his speed to get into the end zone.
That's probably why Aaron Beam and Michael Hunsaker have him in there, just for that running threat that he gives this American Fork offense. Lewis connect now for the extra point. And what else is new? He puts it right through. And with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second quarter, the American Fork Cavemen answer back again, and they lead 14-13 here on the Rewind Sports Network. Beautiful shot there on the full moon here at the foot of the Wasatch Range. Alexander Twillip alongside my broadcast partner, Gavin Atkinson, for the regular season finale of Skyridge football, presented by Alpine Credit Union and Surgical Arts. Lewis connect to kick off, and he boots this baby right through the back of the end zone. So Skyridge will take the field once again. 2 drives and 2 scores for the Falcons. And in total, 4 consecutive scoring drives now in this game.
So hard when you have that 1-2 punch with Sweetwine and Selu. This Skyridge run defense, there's no other way to put it. It's tough to stop.
1st and 10, handoff goes to Selu, and he goes nowhere around the left side.
And of course, as I say that, American Fork steps up, gets him for just about no gain, maybe a few inches.
Selu has accounted for both touchdowns tonight for the Falcons. From the 21-yard line, 2nd and 9, play action by Sweetwine, now throws, that is complete. And for the first down, it goes to Davis Fyans, and a late flag comes in from the back. And I mean a late flag, as Fyans is hurt.
And I believe they're going to get the American Fork defender on a late hit. As the receiver was going to the ground, it was right on that kind of borderline late hit or not.
But was it really late? That's the question. Gunnar Michaelis didn't look like there was a launch or a target with the crown of the helmet or anything. So they may just pick up this flag, which wouldn't surprise me. Meanwhile, Fyans is up and okay. And they are going to get Michaelis for a personal foul.
Davis Fyans, 8-8, wide receiver.
So it'll move the ball up 15 yards from the spot of the completion.
And so far, Alex, we have seen a lot of laundry tonight. Both teams struggling to keep this one clean. And that newest penalty, that most recent penalty, I should say, almost negates that first down stop from this American Fork defense.
We have seen teams cross midfield now 4 consecutive drives. Selu gets the handoff to the left side, and Selu is able to squirm his way up to midfield, brought down on the play by Mitt Palmer, the junior.
For the Broncos, number 55, Monet Fancupo.
Second down, and call it 7 now from just about midfield and a half. Play action, Sweet Wine, good protection. Throws into the seam, pass is deflected and almost picked off right off the hands of Josh Hansen. And this will be the longest third down that Skyridge has faced tonight. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And American Fork has to find a way to get off of the field right here. Right there, you got a little lucky. Pass was high, but it was set up well as you had the other receivers running that streak route, clearing out all the defenders. It was set up, just not on target.
3rd and 7 out from midfield. Fyans goes in motion, making a triple wide receiver to the left. And Sweet Wine looking to throw, throws the screen. Penalty flag goes down as Fyans is going to be short of the first down. And I suspect where the yellow hankies are tossed, Gavin, this is probably going back.
Yeah, I wonder if one of the linemen got a little too far downfield trying to block on that screen. As once again, we have some more laundry thrown onto the field, and they get in their huddle.
This will be the 7th penalty of the game already against Skyridge, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter yet. I think they're trying to figure out if Aaron Beam wants the penalty or wants to decline it. And in fact, it's not even going to be a holding. It's going to be a hands to the face infraction against Skyridge, so it'll be 3rd and even longer here. Like we said, 7th penalty
Third down will be repeated
of this first half.
And Skyridge really has just been shooting foot this entire half. Really struggling to clean up their game. As you know, they can do it for this 3rd down. It would be tough.
3rd down and a mile. Clock running under 6:45 to go. Play clock down to 4. Now down to 3. Down to 2. Down to 1. And Justin Hem's going to have to burn a timeout. And so we will take one with them as well. 6 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first half. As Skyridge trying to convert a 3rd and a mile here in this one.
Fans, give your round of applause for the award-winning Skyridge cheer and stunt crew. Keeping up the temp on the sidelines. Great job, team.
Catch another fight. I'm about to make them wanna bite. Everybody, anybody, you boss, you can do this.
So just be really, really careful. I think there's some going on with it. It's really, really sensitive tonight.
Stupid ass.
Back here at Skyridge High School, Alexander Tumup alongside Gavin Atkinson. Want to apologize, folks. Our camera cord connecting up to the camera on our computer is being very sensitive here tonight. It even did this the last time we were here at Skyridge, so we'll try to work through it as best we can. 3rd down and long now from the 40. And Sweet Wine to throw. Pressure coming off the edge. Has to roll downfield and throws for Fyans. What a catch! You couldn't put it any better than that!
Oh, that's a backbreaker for American Fork. They bring some extra pressure. Sweet Wine able to roll out to his right, avoid the pressure, and he threw a dart on the run.
49 yards on that gain. Here is Selu now right side. He gets to about the 10-yard line. He picks up about maybe 5. Davis Fyans, of course, filling in for the injured Jackson Burt. And he has gone over 100 yards already here in this first half as we're halfway through the second quarter. 2nd down. Handoff Selu right side, and this time he gets stood up at about the 9-yard line by a host of white shirts, led that time by Justin Bourgeois.
Met by number 8, Christian Hanshaw, and number 20.
Now, once again, AF, man, you gotta find a way to build some momentum. You're actually up in this game, which is hard to believe at times, but for Skyridge, I believe they'd go for it on 4th down if you got this stop. Find a way to get a stop.
Here is Fyans on the fly sweep. No, it's Sweetwine, the keeper. And he is going to be brought down short of the goal line. And it'll be first down.
It is so much easier said than done because Sweetwine is able to provide so much more options to his offensive coordinator, able to fake that jet sweep and run up the middle.
Now here's Salo again. And he's short. Good job chopping him down around the legs that time by the nose tackle, Javian Nuttall. And he can't really get much closer than this. Actually, he lost a half a yard. So second down and goal now from the 1.5-yard line. As the temperature continues to drop here at Skyridge High School with 70 degrees at kickoff. Here's Sweetwine, right side. Touchdown!
That is just so hard to stop. You see the offensive line create the holes. You see a pulling guard, the lead blockers, and they can get those 6 inches. Taking the lead, 4:35. Great drive from Skyridge right there.
Our 5th consecutive scoring drive here in this first half. Blake Hester now for the extra point, and it is blocked, but it still somehow sneaks in the left upright. Looked like someone might have gotten a hand on it, but nonetheless, Skyridge goes up again in what has been a back and forth first half here at Skyridge High. And Gavin Atkinson, I turn to you because their opportunities. American Fork has had their opportunities to get Skyridge off the field, but so far it's Skyridge's offense that's making the bigger plays.
And you're exactly hit it right on the nail. They have had a multiple of opportunities. You had a 3rd and 15 on Skyridge's side of the field, side of the 50. And you gave up a 40-yard pass. American Fork's defense needs to step up, find a way to get Skyridge off the field. It's a tough ask, but you got to do it to win.
Hester kicks off. It is a line drive bouncer. Wilkinson will take it at the 8. And Wilkinson gets hogtied as he gets up around the 30, and I suspect we're going to have a face mask here against Skyridge.
A flag is thrown at the end of the play.
That's going to be 8 penalties already against Skyridge. And Calvin, if there's one thing I think Justin Hemm's going to be talking to his kids about in the locker room, it's they have to stop with the penalties, because we look at the clock, 4:29 to go, and already 8 penalties in this first half.
Well, how many times has the defensive penalties given up 3 yards? Well, I mean, every time it's 3 yards for American Fork, but how many times has that penalty sustained drives? We've seen at least 2 pass interferences that have converted a 3rd down, and you have a more cleaned up game, you might not be up only 6 points, you might be up a lot more.
Manuelo remains in as the quarterback. Afu now is the single setback. Richards, the H-back in motion to the left. Handoff goes to Afu, cuts it back to the right, and stays on his feet and gets to about the 47-yard line.
Hands the ball to 41.
And the change of direction on this kid, his ability to just juke players out of the shoes. You know, you never really know which way he's going because he can change so fast. Getting those 8 yards, he got a big hole from his line, making it 2nd and short.
4 minutes left in this first half. We've had 5 consecutive scoring drives. Manuela from the shotgun. Madden Jensen now in the backfield. Play action. Manuela throws the fade up the sideline. What a throw and catch! And that is Tyese. Or that's Dean, rather, excuse me. And Dean, with the biggest play of the night, has a first down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal AF.
To number 80.
And they have been... Gennard's done a great
a 10. 1st and goal now from the 10 following that big play by Dean. Manuela, hands off Jensen. And Jensen's going to go nowhere. Toilolo, among others, able to get there.
And you, Alex, you just see how quick these rushing lanes close up with the Skyridge defensive line. Toilolo really leads the charge there, closing up the gap and leading to that no gain.
2nd down and goal now from the 10.5-yard line. Jensen remains the single setback. Tyese slot left, Richards slot left, and Wilkinson down to the left. Manuela looking to throw, throws into the end zone, lots of contact, and this time there is no flag on Gennaro Guilford Jr. Looked like there was a lot of shirt grab there by Guilford, turning Dean around, but no flag.
And I wonder, Alex, because that ball looked pretty uncatchable to me. I wonder if that's the reason they didn't throw that flag, because there was a lot of contact. Anyway, it brings up 3rd and long. AF needs to find a way to convert this.
A field goal also would do them good. 3rd and goal from the 10. Manuela to throw, pressure coming off the edge, throws, lot of contact, and this time there is a flag. And that one was pretty obvious.
And that time, he couldn't even pull away from Guilford. You know, you had that grab of your left shoulder in the pad right in front of the ref. They're going to throw that one every time.
Remember, it does not result in an automatic 1st down like it does in other leagues, and so that'll be replaced of 3rd down from the 5-yard line. As Dean looking to the sideline. So 3rd and goal now from the 5. We're going to do it again. As
official time on the field.
And it looks like we're going to have a conversation to see what down it is, I think. Again, we had the same scenario happen last week at Roy, where we thought there was a 5th down play, but there wasn't. Much to my count, anyway. I thought there was a 5th down, but anyway, it's 3rd and goal now from the 5. As American Fork trying to get into the end zone again.
It is 3rd down from the 5-yard line.
Double wide receivers to the left. Dean, the wide receiver, to the right. Afu in the backfield. Manuela, good protection. Throws to the end zone, and it's batted away, incomplete. Intended that time for Tyese, and Briggs Parker able to get his hand on it.
Great job by the defensive back, Parker. You know, he gets his hand in last second, swats that one down. As I originally thought he had that route. It was a good, well-thrown ball, just better defense.
So Lewis Connect now for a field goal of 23 yards. Good snap, good hold, and Connect's kick is up, and it is good. So with 2:15 to go here in the first half, American Fork gets 3 out of that possession. And a good time to remind you the Rewind Sports Network's coverage of Skyridge football is presented by Alpine Credit Union and Alpine Surgical Arts. So it's also presented all season long by Heidemann and Associates, the full-service law firm that is committed to winning for you, the client. Call them today, 801-754-4240, or contact them online for your free consultation with them, courtesy of the Rewind Sports Network. Alexander Timolev, Gavin Atkinson from the top of the press box here at Skyridge High School. What's been a very entertaining first.
And I tell you, Alex, you mentioned it earlier on that drive. That field goal really, you know, it's not as valuable as a touchdown, but you're holding your head up high. You got points. This is a one-score game, and you can tie it. American Fork, for all intents and purposes, has done their job up until this point.
Connect line drive kick, and boots this thing right through the back of the end zone. So with that last field goal by Connect, we have now 6 consecutive scoring drives since the opening drive punt by AF. They remind you Skyridge will get the football to start half number 2.
And right here, Skyridge is going to be trying to execute a 2-minute offense. They have 2 timeouts left. They had to take one as, the play clock was running down earlier in this quarter. AF, you got to stop them. You can't let Skyridge double up on points. Get some points here, maybe some after the half.
Sweetwine is going to throw on first down. In fact, it's a quarterback draw, able to get away from a man. And he finally gets swallowed up, but not before he gets a first down to the 30. I mean, you said it, Gavin. He is so hard to bring down. It's 6'5", almost 240 pounds.
That is another Falcon.
And just when you think he's about to get sacked, he steps up, he starts running, he runs past the tackler and gets his 10 yards.
Minute 46 to go here in the first half. Again, Skyridge still has 2 timeouts. American Fork still has 3. Sweetwine looking, throws. That is complete, but not for a lot. Brought down quickly that time was Sorensen. And immediately Justin Hem will burn the second of his 3 timeouts, and we will take one with them as well. Back in 30 seconds after this word from UCCU, with Skyridge up 20-17.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
1 minute 35 seconds left here in the first half. Alexander Timop alongside Gavin Atkinson. Skyridge with one timeout now remaining in their back pocket. Avis Fyans goes in motion to the left. Here's Sweetwine to throw, going to set up the screenplay for Selu, and Selu is not going to go anywhere. Brought down quickly by a host of white shirts led by Luke Broadbent.
And we'll see this clock tick, tick, tick as Skyridge trying to get set. Really tried to turn upfield, might have wanted to try and reach for that sideline.
Sweetwine looking to throw, takes off now, and Sweetwine has a first down and plenty more as he gets up to about the 42-yard line.
We'll see him stop the clock to reset the chains, but with 1 timeout left, Skyridge needs to continue to play fast.
And Sweetwine is certainly going to spike the ball with 56 seconds left in the first half.
And Skyridge does what Ohio State couldn't.
That was kind of unnecessary.
Let me be clear. I bear no ill will to Ohio State. Just something popped in my head.
I do feel you, though.
Sometimes
I have no idea. I still have no idea why Ryan Day called a pass play on 1st and 10 from the Oregon 28 when they were comfortably in field goal range, but what do I know? 2nd and 10 now from the 43. Sorensen comes in motion to the left, just a 3-man rush, and Sweetwine throws over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. It bounced up on the turf in front of Josh Hansen, and so it'll be 3rd and long here with 50 seconds left. And with 50 seconds left and 3rd down coming up, American Fork still has all 3 timeouts. They could potentially get the football back should they so get it.
And we'll see how aggressive they decide to play if they can get off the field. Skyridge, now you're in an interesting position. Definitely trying to convert this one.
3rd down and 10 now from the American Fork 43. Again, just a 3-man rush, and Sweetwine has plenty of room and he is going to step out of bounds wisely with 43 seconds left. It'll be 4th and about maybe 5, and it'll be officially 4, and they're going to go for this, definitely.
And what a savvy play from Sweetwine. You know, you saw the American Fork defender, he's trying to deny the sideline, but Sweetwine's too big.
Fyans quickly goes in motion to the left. Again, 1 timeout left for Skyridge. Justin Hem, obviously, with the clock stopped with 43 seconds to go, not going to burn it. Or will he? 3 seconds. Play clock down to 1. And they are going to have to burn that last timeout. Justin Hem was looking at his quarterback to see if they wanted to take a timeout, but
again, fans, you want to make sure you have
anyway, 43 seconds left here in this first half. And now Gavin Atkinson out of timeouts here with Skyridge up by 3. How aggressive do you play this?
Well, I imagine they're going to play, really aggressive. They're going to try and get this field goal, especially with how good of a leg their kicker has. But something you have to keep in mind is you don't have that safety net of a final timeout. I kind of mentioned it earlier, but that is one thing Ohio State really missed in that last game. Will Howard, I believe it was. Will Howard slid, and they didn't have that safety net for that quick timeout. We'll see if that plays a factor here. You got to be quick. You got to spike the ball if you get this first down.
43 seconds left, 4th and 4. And they bring an extra man. The throw is caught. Fyans better get out of bounds. He does. And he does get out of bounds with 29 seconds left to go. They needed 4, and they picked up about 8 on the play. And more importantly, the clock stops with 36 seconds left here in the first half.
And great clock management from Skyridge right there. Get into the sideline, stop the clock. Skyridge wanting a jump right there.
First and 10 from the 27. Again, just a 3-man rush. Sweetwine throws. High pass caught. Sorensen trying to get to the sideline, and he does. And shoved out of bounds before he goes tumbling. An extra 5 yards or so, trying to draw a flag, but it's 1st and 10 nevertheless. Inside the red zone.
And we see Skyridge right there taking advantage of the fact American Fork is trying to deny the sideline, but they're really struggling to do it. They're giving up that inside of the numbers. Sweetwine throws it right in there, and he's able to the receiver able to use his athleticism, make the cornerback miss, get out of bounds, save yourself some time.
28 seconds left. Extra man coming on the rush. Swing out to Selu in the flat. Needs to get out of bounds. Trying to get to that sideline, and he's going to be brought down to the 10. Now they got to move.
You got to spike it. Save your time.
It's going to be 3rd down. And just like that, and they do spike it with 10 seconds left. Great open field tackle by Manning. And it looks like Justin Hem is going to take absolutely no chances with this. He's going to bring the field goal unit on with 9 seconds left.
Want to avoid any mistakes. We've seen them prone to mistakes early in this game.
Remember, had a high snap on the extra point earlier that cost them at 1 point. Hester's kick is up. A low line drive, but it is good. And with 6 seconds left in the first half, Skyridge only gets 3 out of the drive, so it's 23-17 in favor of the Falcons. And Gavin, you have to consider that a win if you're head coach Aaron Beam. That open field tackle really cost Skyridge a chance for an extra 4 points on the scoreboard.
And you're exactly right. I mean, American Fork, you definitely wanted them to, stay out of the end zone, but you wanted to stop that drive, maybe make something on your own. Skyridge has a chance to double up points on you. They got 3 there. They might be able to get 3 first possession of second half or 7, and it's just such a difficult way and an easy way for AF an easy way for AF to get behind in this game, but what a great open field tackle to take 15 seconds off the clock.
Blake Hester now will kick off. It's a squib kick, trying to keep it away from Wilkinson, and so this is taken by Dyson Richards, and he takes a shot out about the 34-yard line, and so where the clock is, it's likely going to be the end of the first half. And they're just going to let this clock run to zeros here in the first half. So, Gavin, an entertaining first half. Skyridge up 23-17. But like we said, a lot of mistakes in that first half by Skyridge. 9 penalties in total has allowed American Fork to stay in this game.
And I tell you, Alex, I would not want to be in that Skyridge locker room for this halftime. I mean, it's kind of the tale of two teams as you see them walking off the field. AF with a pep in their step. They're very excited. They expected to be in this game, but they came in as underdogs and they did their job. This is a one-score game. If you hold them to 0 points, which I doubt will happen, you can win with a touchdown. But looking at Skyridge and the way they're walking off the field, very slow. They're struggling. You've had so many mistakes, and that's kept AF in this game. You got to clean it up, and I believe that's going to be the message at halftime.
It certainly will be. Justin Hem's crew up by 6 points right now. American Fork confidently going to the locker room down 23-17. We'll be back with more after this halftime break. The Rewind Sports Network and our coverage of Skyridge football continues after this.
Just returned home from competing.
With my broadcast partner Gavin Atkinson, Alexander Tulip joining you from the top of the press box here at Skyridge High School. 23-17 is our score here at halftime. Gavin, I was just listening to Dane and Jeff talk about it on the Red Zone here at halftime, and he talked about how it's impressive American Fork has gotten 17 points on the Skyridge defense, but it's like we talked about at the top of the broadcast, is that these two teams are region rivals. They've been rivals for so many years. You kind of had to figure in the back of your mind that this was going to be this close going into the second half.
And you're exactly right, Alex. Rivalries, they never pan out the way you expect. You expect the unexpected, and that's the only time you're right. Because, I don't care how different these teams are on paper. Both teams are going to bring their best, and AF's out here looking like a 7-win team, and Skyridge is really struggling to play some disciplined football right now with all these flags. So, really, it is impressive they've been able to get the 17 points on this Skyridge defense with the way they've played throughout this year.
Some other scores we want to bring you up to date on. Box Elder Bonneville tied at 20 heading to halftime. And Lone Peak up only 13-7 on Westlake, so credit the Thunder for keeping it close in that one. And of course, the big one in Region 1, we're looking at Fremont and Farmington deadlocked at 7 at halftime. Of course, Fremont led by former Ben Lomont quarterback Manasseh Tuatangaloa. American Fork will kick off to start the second half. Skyridge has been able to keep American Fork at arm's length, but probably going to need more than just that to give them a chance here in the second half, as the kickoff is taken by Selu at the goal line. And Selu gets to the 20, and then he gets walloped by the pursuit at the 22-yard line. And so that'll bring out this Skyridge offense,
on the 1-inch line, number 4, Z. Selu.
Who I think offensively have figured it out. We're seeing it here tonight. This power running offense really is so tough to stop.
It's so tough to stop, and it brings you back to that smash mouth type of football, that football that makes your grandpa happy. Excited to see these guys put their shoulder down, fight for those yards, and then every now and again you'll see a short pass or a short pass go for a lot of yards. Here's
a handoff to Selu, And Salo gets popped as he gets into the crease.
Hands off to number 4, Z Salo. Breaks the 25 yards.
Salo has had a decent game here tonight offensively for the Falcons.
40, Lincoln Miller.
But the big story of the game has been Davis Fyans, over 100 yards receiving in the first half. Salo again takes the handoff, and Salo breaking through the crease. And he has a first down all the way out to the 37-yard line, but there's a flag, and a late one at that.
Z Salo carrying the ball forward.
And it is going to be a face mask against American Fork.
Number 73, Matalili Benjamin.
It's just a second penalty called against the Cavemen here tonight. Skyridge in that first half had 9 total penalties.
Adds a few more yards.
And another thing, our cameraman noticed, it looked like Salo had his leg rolled up on him. You know, we hope he's okay. We'll see, you know, if he can continue to play to the level he has throughout the night.
Jacob Jacopo now relieves Salo in the backfield on 1st and 10. It's a quarterback option. This is Sweetwine to the right side, and Sweetwine goes nowhere. It stood up maybe after a pickup of about 4 or 5.
Following the block of Isaac Westover.
Trying to look for Salo down to that sideline, who, as Josh Dodge pointed out correctly, got rolled up on that last play. We don't see him currently on the sideline. Now we do. We see him holding his helmet there on the sideline. And so
Isaac Westover,
hopefully he'll be able to continue, because that's a big loss for Skyridge if he can't continue. Here's Jacopo going up the middle, left side, breaking a tackle, and Jacopo gets all the way out to the 34-yard line for a first down. So Skyridge sticking with that running game at another first down.
And once again, you have to credit this Skyridge offensive line. They are so physical. They will move you right off the block, just push you around, and they have won this war in the trenches up until this point, and that is the reason they're in the lead.
Fyans goes in motion to the right, play action, throw, that is complete to Fyans, turns on the jets down the sideline, and steps out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, picks up about maybe 7 on the play. And there you see Salo with his helmet on down on the sideline right now. He hasn't come back in as of yet, but so far, Skyridge hasn't needed him. Here's a handoff, Jacopo going to the middle. Maybe that's why, touchdown. But there is a penalty flag down at the line of scrimmage. And it is coming back. It is an illegal formation against Skyridge, wiping out that touchdown.
There is a penalty on the play.
And that's the 10th penalty against the Falcons tonight, and that wipes out a touchdown. And it's going to make it 2nd and long.
Oh boy, and does that one hurt, because that Skyridge offensive line, your center and both of your guards just cleared the way for the halfback. Then it's just off to the races. But unfortunately, that false start will bring that one back and take away some momentum.
And Salo is back out there on the field now on 2nd and 8 from the 31. Bad time to pick to have that penalty for an illegal formation against Skyridge. Here's a handoff on the sweep to Salo, and Salo is going to get smothered in the backfield. Tried to turn the corner, and he ran right headlong into the arms of the linebacker Corbin Bowerly.
And right there we saw Skyridge try to run a similar play as they did earlier in this game. They bring on big number 90 to come be the lead blocker for Salo. Tried to pancake the AF defender, and he wasn't having it. Just rolled right off the block, and then a team tackle to bring down Salo.
3rd down and 10. Skyridge has been able to convert these tonight. Watch Davis Fyans, 88, bottom of your screen. 3rd and 10 from the 33. Play action, throw, that is complete to Sheffield, and Sheffield is going to get bashed after a pickup of maybe 7. Crowd wants a flag. That's not going to draw a flag at this point of the season. And obviously 4th and long, and
Hunter Sheffield, number 16, receiver.
And now they're going to go for it.
That's a big physical tackle. Brings up this fourth down. We'll see if AF can step up once again.
4th and 4 from the 27-yard line. Again, this is within the range of Jacob Hester, or Blake Hester, rather. The wind has completely died now here at Skyridge, too, so you would think if they can't draw them offside, maybe they'll take the 3. And it is a play action by Sweetwine. He's going to throw for Sheffield. What a catch! Touchdown! Skyridge! And this time there are no flags!
The hands on this kid to bring that down with one hand. I mean, he just walks into the end zone. Blown coverage from AF, and Skyridge takes full advantage.
And now they're going to go for 2. I mean, that's definitely going on the Rewind Top 5 presented by Heidemann and Associates. Hunter Sheffield making an impossible catch with one hand. Sorensen goes in motion on the 2-pointer. Here's Sweetwine to throw and completes it for the 2 points. And that makes it 31-17 as Skyridge has a little bit of breathing space as we start the second half. They're up 2 scores on the Rewind. Blake Hester kicks off. And it goes into the end zone for a touchback as American Fork.
AF ball on the 20-yard line.
I mean, Gavin Atkinson joining me, Alexander Timolip. Gavin, what do you do to stop the Skyridge offense? Because it's clear that right now Skyridge just outplaying American Fork. American Fork has been playing great defense all night long, but Skyridge just a little bit better on the offensive end.
And that's the thing. They've had opportunities. Skyridge has been able to convert multiple 3rd and longs, 4th down conversions, and it's just tough with the playmakers they have.
American Fork again looking to respond. Handoff goes to Afu right side and is able to break a tackle, but then Malufau is able to diagnose the play. And so
handoff to number 41, Prince Afu.
Big drive here for AF, down by 14 points, and the game slowly starting to slip away from the Cavemen here late. Still plenty of time, though. But Skyridge has not punted the football all night long. David Dean goes in motion to the left side. Afu takes it to the right side. And this time he gets about a couple before Toilolo gets in there to make the play. And this is a big 3rd down here for the Cavemen, because the last thing you want to do, Gavin, is go 3 and out.
And you're not giving your defense any time to recover, to breathe, to talk about what's going on.
And the rest of the Falcons.
And Alex, we talked about it earlier in the half. I'll finish my thought in 1 second.
Have to pick up 9 and get to the 30-yard line. Afu remains the single setback. Manuela in the gun. Pressure coming. Manuela flush to his left. Has a man open. Now throws it back against the grain. And it's broken up, intended for Wilkinson. Edwards gets over there to make the play. And this will be just the second punt of the night, but AF's had both of them. And this is not the ideal start that head coach Aaron Beam had in mind.
And Alex, back to kind of what I was thinking, we saw an 11-point swing from the last time American Fork had the offense. They got a field goal before half, and then the 8 points on that touchdown really has taken control of this, has let them take control of this game.
Press switch, good punt. He's going to take a sideways hop. And is going to die at the 34-yard line.
And the ball is stared in submission around the 35-yard line. Punt by
so officially 44 yards on the punt, no return. Good time to remind you the Rewind Sports Network and our coverage of high school sports continues Saturday morning. Tune in at 10 a.m. as Dane and Jeff break down all the brackets and all the good matchups you need to see from 1 to 6A. Again, join us on KSLSports.com as we kick off your football Saturday with a high school Saturday preview of everything you need to know in the high school playoffs. Here's Salu to the right side. Nice cutback. Well, this time he gets maybe a yard or 2 or 3, and we have a flag again in the offensive backfield, and I suspect this is coming back. And the signal is an illegal shift against Skyridge.
And Alex, you just think with Skyridge playing as well as they have, really their biggest hindrance in this game has been themselves. They've really, ran through American Fork for the most part. American Fork has really benefited from a lot of these flags as Skyridge just struggling to clean it up.
11 penalties for Skyridge. Sweetwine trying to pull it down, has a spy watching on it now, throws out to the flat to Sheffield, able to make the catch, and then he gets smothered on the sideline, out of bounds after a pickup of maybe a yard. Diagnosed on the play by Bowerly, among others.
Hunter Sheffield, number 16, receiver.
Great job by American Fork, swarming to receiver. We've seen the way these Skyridge receivers have been able to get the yards after catch, able to break that first tackle. They swarm over, get the tackle, make sure it's a gain of 1 or 2, and live for the long stop.
Hunter Sheffield, of course, caught that one-handed touchdown pass earlier in this third quarter. Another penalty flag goes down. Might be another illegal shift as Fiennes drops this one. And we have another flag. And David Steinmeier, David Steinerman looking over to Aaron Beam, see if he wants to take or decline the penalty. And they will decline the penalty. So it'll be third down. And like we said, Gavin, 11 penalties against Skyridge tonight. That's really the only reason they haven't been able to pull away any further.
And it's going to be interesting to see how aggressive Skyridge is if they can't get this third down. All night, they've proven that they can. So it'll be interesting if they get 7. Do they go for it? Because so far, American Fork hasn't stopped them. No reason to let off the gas yet.
Be a big decision, that's for sure. 3rd and 13. 5 men on the rush. Sweetwine gets out of the pocket. Now he's going to take off. He's got space and hurdles over a man for a first down. And a tough break.
To midfield.
And a tough break.
To the 50-yard line.
For the American Fork Cavemen as Javian Naw was right there to try to make the play. But he slipped on the turf, and it allowed Sweetwine to get the first down. And Skyridge will take a timeout here with 5:18 to go.
And we were talking about it, Alex, in the break. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. That time the defender just slips. But that being said, you create your own luck. Sweetwine is so shifty. He's so fast. He is so strong. It is just so hard to stop this kid at quarterback.
Timeout taken with 5:18 to go. Good time to remind you the Rewind Sports Network's coverage. Our coverage of high school football continues next week. Reminder that the Brown Bear and I will be somewhere covering a first round game. That should be a fun one with me and the Brown Bear. Brian Brown next week, Friday. Part of a triple dip of games. 1st and 10 now from midfield following the conversion. Here is Salu to the right side, and this time he gets smothered after maybe 2 yards. And Jacob Nelson there on the stop.
Right there you saw Skyridge try to run this counter concept, bringing a couple linemen from the far side, and it just didn't work out right there.
O-line, number 71.
You can see Salu walking off the field, clearly not 100%. Doesn't have the normal explosiveness we've seen out of him in recent games. Here's Sweetwine to throw on 2nd down, throws it behind. And incomplete, intended for Jacopo. And again, here's another opportunity for American Fork to get Skyridge off the field here on 3rd and 8.
And once again, American Fork, you got to find a way to stop them. You've done great on 1st and 2nd down, but you have been really, really bad on these conversion downs.
See what defensive coordinator Chris Busing draws up here on 3rd and 8 from the 48. You have to think this is probably 4-down territory for Skyridge. And for American Fork, if they want to get off the field, they want to stay alive, they better get a stop now. Man goes in motion, 4 men on the rush. Sweetwine throws, pass is deflected, and that should have been picked. Intended that time
Number 8.
for, I believe it was Hansen. And knocked down by Bourgeois, and the first punt of the night for the Falcons. And the big stop there for the American Fork Cavemen is they'll get the ball back.
Oh man, Alex, that would have been just what the doctor ordered. You'd love to get off the field, but if you could get the first turnover of this game.
Hester almost had that punt blocked. Probably took a little too long to get it off as he boots this out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Just a 26-yard punt, no return. But like you said, Gavin, it doesn't matter right now what the doctor ordered. On the table now for American Fork, they have a chance to go down and with a touchdown cut this to a one-score game.
And their offense really needs to step up right here. We've seen them run fairly well We've seen them play fairly well throughout the night. This is going to be one of the biggest possessions they've had.
Madden Jensen lines up in the backfield. Tayese goes in motion. And it's Jensen on the handoff to the right side. And guess who rides him down from the back? Deshaun Toilolo. As he gets a little warning there from David Sternmeyer for being a little too exuberant.
And I tell you, Alex, as we kind of go back to our keys to the game from the start, you got to find a way to slow down Toilolo, and it seems like we've been calling his name an awful lot tonight.
Double wide receivers either side in the pistol for Capono Manuela, relieving David Gaisford. Here comes the blitz. Manuela this time is going to step up into it, and he's sacked.
And the pressure on quarterback.
Griffin Coons this time does the honors. And another 3rd and long here for the Cavemen.
Big sack for Skyridge, really showing that pass rush and their strength. We'll see if American Fork can pull out a little bit of magic of their own. Try and convert this 3rd and long.
Have to get to the 45-yard line. American Fork got the stop, but can they get across midfield here? First things first, got to convert this 3rd down. Play clock down to 5, and they just got it away. This time just 3 on the rush. Manuela gets out of the pocket. He's got some room if he wants it. This time he gets walloped at the 25-yard line, and now we have a flag at the end of the play. Toilolo, and looked like it was the right tackle,
flags after the play.
or rather the left, or that of the center, Taven Jensen, got tangled up. And I'd be interested to see if they call this against Deshaun Toilolo or against Jensen.
Yama, number 31 and 17, Noah Bird on the tackle.
Number 31, linebacker. Noah Bird, 17, linebacker.
And the call from Sternmeyer is a personal foul against Toilolo. And no argument against Toilolo. Toilolo knows it. You see him banging his helmet. He knows that's not something he should do.
And man, another costly penalty from Skyridge. It's really a testament to how much talent this team has that they're up 14 with how much they've shot themselves in the foot.
13 penalties against Skyridge, only 2 on American Fork. That has been the story of tonight's game. Skyridge just unable to get out of their way in committing penalties. Manuela swings it out of the backfield for Jensen. And Jensen gets hogtied as he gets to about the 46-yard line by Bird.
Jensen with the catch and carry. 17.
With 2 minutes and 26 seconds left to go. American Fork approaching midfield here, and in a 2-score game, a touchdown here makes things very uncomfortable here for Skyridge. Richards goes in motion. Play action, Manuela fires it out. Wide open is Richards. And Richards gets chopped down as he gets across midfield to the 48-yard line. And another first down for the Cavemen, as now we're under 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter, and seeing a lot of jawing between the officials and the Skyridge coaching staff. Justin Hem trying to keep his coaching staff at bay here. Last thing you want to do is let your emotions get out of control here in this kind of a game. Manuela from the shotgun. Jensen, not a clean exchange. And Jensen gets brought down after maybe a yard.
And tackled at the line of scrimmage by number 3.
And up until that point, great job by Skyridge, stopping this run, because this American Fork run game really has not been effective in this game. But we've seen American Fork adjust to the pressure by throwing it quick to his checkdowns and letting these receivers run.
Tayese again goes in motion as we're under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Play clock down to 5. Play clock down to 3. Manuela from the shotgun, and they just got it away. 4 men on the rush. Manuela! This time nowhere to go! Toilolo says, "You're mine!"
And what a great job. That entire Skyridge defense on that play, that was a team sack. Because, sometimes you'll hear the term coverage sack. No, there was no time to get that ball away. And even if he did have time to get that ball away, no one was open. Great job by both the defensive backs and the linebackers and the line.
Probably the last play of the third quarter here. Manuela, 4 men on the rush. He's got time. Throws it up the sideline. A lot of contact. It is incomplete. Hat goes down as well, so no flag. Jonah Johnson on the coverage was Gennaro Guilford Jr., and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
Number 15, defensive end.
Skyridge trying to hold on and clinch the outright Region 3 title here tonight. Up 2 scores as we enter the final 12 minutes. At the conclusion of tonight's game, the Rewind Sports Network and Heinemann and Associates are proud to present our choice for the player of the game, the player that went above and beyond the call for the winning team here tonight. Final 12 minutes of the regular season about to begin here at Skyridge High School. Skyridge Falcons are 12 minutes away from winning an outright Region 3 championship. Jet Presswich will punt the football away to Tavian Edwards, who's standing back at his 25. And Presswich hits a good one. And Presswich's punt is going to be taken by Edwards at the 15. Up the sideline, and he gets upended before they mark his step out of bounds at the 37-yard line, as everybody was playing till the whistle.
Took a big hit on that one. Good to see him get up. And I tell you, Alex, I thought we were about to see a little bit of magic on that return.
So Skyridge will take over with 11:46 to go here in the fourth quarter. So after all the scoring we had in the first half, we've had 2 punts on 4 drives here in the second half, as the defenses have really tightened up. Sweetwine from the shotgun. Handoff goes to Selu. Rather, this is a keeper by Sweetwine out to the left side. And Sweetwine gets out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Boy, his fakes are so good, they're making me sound bad right now.
They run that fake, that read so well because you have that 1-2 punch. You have some great running backs, and then your quarterback is a running back who could throw really, really well.
Fyans goes in motion to the right now. Selu now fakes the handoff. Sweetwine, nice move. Khalil Sweetwine down the sideline and finally chopped out of bounds.
And the swing line
At the 15-yard line, Noah Beam is the one who finally knocked him out, and it looks like Beam
35-yard run. We have an injury.
might have
after
taken a
the
knee to the head. And that's not the thing you want to see here in this game. It looks like Beam is in some serious distress down on that sideline as the training staff comes rushing out. So we'll step aside. 11:32 left to play here in the game. Noah Beam is the worse for the wear right now after taking a knee to the head on that play. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. The Rewind Sports Network and our coverage of Skyridge football here continues. Noah Beam slowly walking off the field under his own power after taking a knee to the head on that last play. Trying to chop down Kadeel Sweetwine now with 11:32 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Skyridge going for the kill here, and what will make this a fairly insurmountable lead here with 11:30 to go. Here's a handoff left side to Selu. Touchdown! And there is a penalty flag down late as Afalava got tangled up with somebody on that sideline.
And I tell you, Alex, right there, he led the charge, the lead blocking, but he went a little too far. He blocked him about 5 yards past the sideline and into the ground. So we'll see a long field goal attempt.
On the kickoff.
So it'll be applied on the kickoff. A personal foul called on Darius Afalava. It'll be the 13th penalty against Skyridge here tonight, and I'm sure that's going to be a point of emphasis for Justin Hem in the locker room after this game. Blake Hester now for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. The extra point is up, and it is good. 38-17 Skyridge leads now here with 11:21 to go here in the fourth quarter. Back after this word from the running company on the Rewind Sports Network. 11 minutes and 22 seconds away from Skyridge clinching their 2024 Region 3 championship here tonight. Alexander Tuwip alongside Gavin Atkinson. Since being a 2014 game, Skyridge has outscored American Fork 18-3. Blake Hester kicks off. This will be taken on the run by Bourgeois. And Bourgeois cuts it back up the left side, and Bourgeois is going to get smothered at about the 47-yard line.
The Blake Hester kick is number 6, Justin Bourgeois.
So with 11 minutes and 13 seconds left here in the game,
number 82,
American Fork going to try to see what they can do to cut into this 3-score deficit.
21, Luke Barris. On the Skyridge score, it was...
And Alex, you're really getting to the point where the lead is so big that you can't afford to have any empty possessions.
Hester's kick is good. Score 30.
Capano Manuela from the gun now with Alfu to his left. And here is a handoff, Alfu going left side, and he'll trudge his way into the stack. He'll get about maybe 2 yards.
Manuela hands off to 41.
And Gavin, you think about American Fork, there's a lot of positives they can build off of this game here tonight. I mean, they hung with Skyridge for the better part of 2.5 quarters, but really I think the talent level, the talent disparity between these two teams was very apparent on a lot of these plays here tonight. Gavin will get to that thought in a second. 2nd down and 8. Manuela, quarterback draw to his left, and Coons is going to ride him down from behind.
And you're exactly right, Alex. You saw it right there. I feel like that is a great snapshot of what this second half has been. American Fork has been one-dimensional. They can't run the football. They can't, like Toilolo and his defensive line has been all over the field. And when you're one-dimensional, it is so hard to win a football game. American Fork, a lot to be excited about and a lot of goods to take away, but you're just not there yet.
There's likelihood these two teams can meet again as Manuela throws up the sideline pass is caught. And out of bounds goes Wilkinson. We haven't called his name a whole lot here tonight.
Number 2. Good for an
and that's enough for a first down. Like I said, these two teams, there's a likelihood they could meet again. Because according to the final RPI before the release on Saturday, they had Skyridge as the 4 seed and American Fork as the 13 seed. So there is a likelihood these two teams could meet again. Depends on what happens with the final rankings. You would expect American Fork probably going to stay at 13 or maybe could drop a spot as Manuela gets taken down for a sack by Jacopo Malufau.
And I tell you, Alex, it's really hard to beat the same team twice, but this Skyridge team, all the talent, Malufau with the sack right there. If it's not Toilolo, it's somebody else, and that's how it feels in this second half, because Skyridge knows what's coming. American Fork has to drop back because they're down so many points, 21. They're trying to fight their way back in, but the run isn't working.
Screenplay set up here. This is a completion of Wilkinson. Wilkinson up the sideline. And he's going to get tackled out of bounds at about the 26-yard line.
And that is a great counter to the pass rush, as you see Skyridge, just blows past the lineman. They don't realize that it might be a screen, and that is the key to slowing down that pass rush.
And number 2, Darian Diarte.
Here's a handoff to Afu, cutting back to the left. And he is brought down after a pickup of maybe 2 yards. And I think on that basis, Gavin, I think that's something if these two teams end up meeting again, which is a high likelihood given the RPI rankings. If these two teams meet again, that's a lot of things I think American Fork will base their next game plan on. Is probably a lot of quick passing out of those screens. As we have 2nd and 9 here from the 26. With 8 minutes to go in a 3-score game, Manuela takes off on the quarterback draw, gets past the umpire, and he's going to get swung down at the 20-yard line. And what obviously is going to be 4-down territory here for the Cavemen.
And one thing I've noticed as well, Alex, is, American Fork has tried to run that draw run. They've tried to find a way to exploit Skyridge's pass rush, make it a weakness, but the linebackers for Skyridge are just as good. They've been very disciplined and able to bring down the tailbacks.
Manuela throws the fade to the end zone, and it is caught! Touchdown! Wilkinson going right over the top of Darian Diarte. And with 7 minutes and 22 seconds left to go, Skyridge, or rather American Fork, finally gets into the end zone for the first time in this second half, and with the extra point to come, and make it a 2-possession game.
And Alex, the concentration from Wilkinson right there, you have the defender blanketing you. It was great coverage, and you're able to concentrate on that ball and find a way to bring it in.
Connect's extra point is up and good, 38-24.
By 11, Lewis Connect with 7:24.
As the Skyridge Falcons, 7 minutes and 22 seconds away from putting this one away here tonight. But American Fork not going quietly here in this season finale.
What do you have to lose?
Back here on the Rewind Sports Network, Alexander Timolip and Gavin Atkinson off that touchdown catch from Cade Wilkinson, thrown by Capono Manuela. Manuela with his 3rd total touchdown tonight. Got the rushing touchdown in the first half. And able to lead his team down the field Rather, that's a second touchdown he's accounted for tonight. American Fork looks like they're going to try the onside kick. And before that, we have a penalty flag, and it looks like we're going to have an offside.
Ooh.
Or too many men lined up on the line of scrimmage against the Cavemen. So, obviously now you would think about kicking this, just kicking it deep.
Now we see American Fork playing fairly, well, not fairly, aggressive right there, trying to go for that onside kick fairly early in this quarter. But with, you know, how your defense has struggled to get off the field, I can understand why.
Only one punt all night for the Skyridge Falcons. Here is a second attempt at the onside kick. This time a better one, but it bounces out of bounds, and so that is going to be a kickoff out of bounds, and it's going to put Skyridge on the 48-yard line.
On the conclusion of the game, we ask you to please stay in.
And now, Alex, we'll see Skyridge, I would assume, bring out their 4-minute offense. You heard me talk about the 2-minute offense earlier in this game right before half, but they're trying to take as much clock as possible. They're going to burn it down, I believe, to almost running the play clock out every play. And with the way they run the football, I'm interested to see how much time they take.
Make a 2 or 3 point play in a trash can and help keep the stadium
First and
clean.
10 from the 48 of American Fork following the failed onside kick. And off to Salo. And Salo, first down all the way to the 37-yard line. You said it, Gavin. I mean, that's the one thing about this Skyridge team that I think makes them so dangerous is that the talent level has been there under Justin Ham, and they have been putting it all on display for the last 5 games now, and here they are. I mean, this is a team I probably think nobody wants to face in the playoffs right now, despite the fact they're going to go in not the decided favorites in this tournament. As handoff goes to Jacopo, and he gets to the left side, and Jacopo down the sideline. Touchdown, Skyridge! And that should put proceedings away this evening.
And this, Alex, we've seen it all night. This run game is so explosive. And I think right now we're just seeing a very tired Caveman offense or defense as their offense has struggled to put together some longer drives. And the physicality also needs to be talked about from Skyridge, as then I would not want to play them for 4 quarters.
Number 28.
Ethan Herfel will now get his chance to kick an extra point. And he puts it up and through 45-24 in favor of Skyridge. And Gavin, you said it, I mean, I was just harping on it earlier. This is a team in Skyridge probably nobody wants to face right now in the playoffs, because they have now beaten the #1 team in Colorado. They beat the best team in Nevada on the road in Liberty High School at the beginning of the season. And then they beat Lehigh and Lone Peak in back-to-back weeks. And here they are playing against a really good American Fork team. They put up 45 points on them now. You have to think this team right now looks like, outside of maybe Lehigh and outside of maybe Corner Canyon, this looks like the best team in 6A and maybe the best in the state right now.
And you're 100% right. I think they're giant killers. They are built to upset teams. No one wants to play them. If I'm Corner Canyon, I don't want to face them. If I'm Lehigh, I don't want to face them. If I'm Lone Peak, I don't want to face them. It's hard to beat the same team twice, but with the way Skyridge controls the clock, with the way they control the ball, because of how incredible their run game is,
With 6:34 left in
man,
the fourth
you
quarter
cannot
play.
afford to make
American
any
Fork
mistakes
24.
against them. And so far in this game, we haven't seen any big ones from AF. We haven't seen any turnovers, but even then, it hasn't been enough.
45-24. American Fork just running into a buzzsaw here tonight. Passes almost intercepted by Edwards, intended that time for Richards. Some other scores want to update you on. Roy and Northridge tied at 14.
Edwards, number 1.
And Lone Peak finally able to pull away from the Westlake Thunder. 35-7 now in the fourth quarter. And Farmington leads Fremont 21-14. That game is 6:20 left. And how about this? A shocker. Cedar Valley over Alta. 23-10. That is definitely an unexpected one. Alta having a tough go of it this year as a pass is caught by Tayese. And he's brought down at about the 26-yard line, and that'll make it third and manageable here for this American Fork team.
On the stop, Noah Bird for the Falcons, number 17.
And one of the scores that jumped out to me, Alex, you know, one because of personal fandom, but the battle of 5A right now in Timpview and Orem. Two really good teams. Timpview flexed their muscles early, but Orem cut it to a 7-point game.
Yep, it's halfway through the fourth quarter. I was about to bring that up. It's 28-21 Timpview. Alex Napolis and the Brown Bear have that for you right now. As that pass is broken up, incomplete, a lot of contact, but no flag.
And diving on the play by 82.
And it's 3 and out.
Samuel Pullman right there with breaking up that pass. And Alex, once again, we're just seeing AF try to get something going. That this passing game has really struggled as we see Skyridge use a timeout.
Yeah, Justin Hem's going to
gather
gather the troops here. As we remind you one more time here tonight, the Rewind Sports Network and Heidemann and Associates are proud to present the player of the game after the conclusion of tonight's game. The Rewind Sports Network proud to support the student athletes that go above and beyond the call for their teams all season long.
You get to see him on the North Berm.
45-24 is our score. Skyridge has scored on all but one of their possessions tonight. And Gavin, I think that should tell you just how good the Skyridge team is. I mean, the Falcons have been in some dire situations on third down and long all night long, but somehow we're able to get out of them and find a way to score.
And I think you can credit a lot of that to Cannell Sweetwine. He has been outstanding this game on the run, but also the throw on the run. He's avoided the pressure that AF has bring and got the ball downfield.
Punt is taken on the run, trying to get out of a tackle and getting swallowed up.
And the punt return
on the play was Adam Warren. The junior who will get a chance to play here.
Falcons will have the ball at the 38-yard line for
So the Falcons will have the ball at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10, as now the subs come in here for the Falcons. Boston Fountain will take over the rest of the way at quarterback. Man goes in motion. Fountain, hands off, and getting maybe
number 12,
a couple
Grover.
Is Bronson Grover.
2 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Winding down the final 5 minutes of this one, the subs are in here offensively for Skyridge. 2nd down and 8 now from the 40. Here's a handoff to the right side, rather.
And Alex, you know, one thing that I think is just so key about this game is we've kind of touched on it a little bit. American Fork, you you're going to look at this score and it's going to hurt because you were in this game at halftime. You really had some chances to fight back, and you wanted to spring that massive upset. But I really think at the end of the day, the talent was the difference.
Fountain from the shotgun on 1st and 10. Going to keep it to the right side, and he'll eat it. Nowhere to go on that right side.
Quarterback is number 10, Boston Fontaine.
And now the offensive line will trot off the field for the last time. The seniors, Luke Davies, Mataiali'i Benjamin, and Darius Afalava, the Oklahoma commit, along with the center Filimoni Fangupo, come off for the last time here in their careers at home in the regular season. It'll be really tough for head coach Justin Hem to replace all this talent next year. A lot of seniors on this team and a lot of experience. Graduating for the Falcons, passes caught on the inside screen.
And Alex, that is another thing that I think makes this Skyridge Skyridge team so dangerous in the playoffs. They have so much experience. You have so many players who aren't going to be wide-eyed when they get into these tough situations. They're going to know what to do. They're going to know how to respond. Nobody wants to play them.
Quentin Jones was the one that made the catch on that last play. It's 3rd down and 10 here as Falcons content to let the clock run as far as it can go. Handoff goes to Burton, and he'll get brought down after a pickup of 3. Connor Vea actually made the carry. And for just the second time tonight, you'll see the Skyridge bunt unit.
Bowerly. It brings up 4th down. Back to punt for the Falcons, 77, Foxton Doxey.
Foxton Doxey now replacing Blake Hester. Into punt. Block coming. And Doxey gets hit. There goes a flag. I don't think it's going to be roughing the punter. I think it'll just be 5 yards.
Back by the kicker.
Yeah.
They're going to call roughing the punter? Wow.
And the penalty is roughing the kicker.
And
I mean, for it to be roughing the kicker, you have to hit the plant leg of the punter, and I don't think American Fork got anywhere near the plant leg.
From what I saw, Alex, it really just looked like a push. You know, he tried to block that kick and he hit him. Didn't really seem like he got the plant leg, but it's hard to see from all the way back here.
It's like the roughing the punter call that they gave Boise State last Saturday, where the punter got hit, but they said that they hit him so hard that it was not a football play, apparently. Same thing happened there. 1st and 10 now from the 45-yard line. Ball comes out.
Keeper by Boston Fountain.
And Boston Fountain fumbled the football as a light explodes
And the ball
over on the
out,
far sideline. One of the
by
lights
Cavemen.
blew out on that far side. But meanwhile, it's a fumble. The first turnover of the game belongs to the Cavemen with 2:15 to go. So it all works out in the end. The ball didn't lie.
Ball does not lie, and right there it just looked like there was some struggles with that exchange. At first I thought he was just struggling to read the defense and trying to pull it, but it's one of the things you see when you bring in some subs. That's why you bring in the subs, to let them hammer out these things and get some meaningful minutes.
From the 33, Manuela sacked again.
And quarterback sack number 42.
That's Harvey Moeai.
Breaking in the line.
As we're under 2 minutes now with this next snap, want to take this time to
Moeai.
thank Vince Francis back in the KSL broadcast house for all the work he's done this regular season. Of course, want to thank Josh Dodge for being on the camera all regular season long. Still have 3 games to go. We'll be here all the way through to the quarterfinals. But for us in the regular season, this is it for tonight. Manuela steps up in the pocket, throws on the run. That's complete. And the catch is made there by Dean.
Manuela's
And with 1:29 to go,
number 80,
it'll be 3rd and 1.
On the stop for the Falcons, number 24, Cooper Lundberg.
And boy, Alex, has it been a long night for these American Fork quarterbacks. Manuel had been under pressure all night long and taking a lot of hits.
3rd down and a yard. And that pass is incomplete. Intended for Cade Wilkinson, and now this is 4th down, and obviously American Fork going to go for it. American Fork going to fall to 4-6 on the season. Skyridge going to complete an undefeated region season at 5-0. And their record going to go to 8-2. Fourth and a yard now with a minute to go. Manuela is not going to get the first down. He actually stumbles and falls down, and that's going to be a turnover on downs, and that's going to take us more than likely to the finish line here tonight.
Turf Monster got him that time, just trying to get something working, maybe.
Coming out with the first down.
Definitely some things to take away from this game for AF, some things to build on. And sometimes it's good to learn some lessons before the playoffs. I expect this team to come out with a fire and a passion. They're going to be working hard all week, preparing for whoever they're going to be facing next week.
Boston Fountain will take the snap from the pistol. And he will take a knee. First of 2 knees.
By Fontaine.
What an impressive season for the Skyridge Falcons, defeating the #1 team in Colorado, the #1 team in Nevada, and then upsetting Lone Peak and Lehigh in back-to-back weeks. And that's it. And the Skyridge Falcons, with that snap, are your 2024 Region 3 champions.
And the clock will tick down as the team
Skyridge Falcons just proved too much for the American Fork Cavemen despite a valiant effort this evening tonight. Final seconds tick off, and the region championship has been claimed. 45-24 the final score. Back to wrap it all up after this.
44 the Cavemen this year.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Rewind Sports Network. And our coverage of Skyridge football presented by Alpine Credit Union and Alpine Surgical Arts concludes. The Skyridge Falcons 45-24 winners over the American Fork Cavemen here tonight. Gavin Atkinson joining me, Alexander Tiwilip. Gavin, we kept harping on it all night long. The Skyridge Falcons came into this game as the decided favorites against the American Fork Cavemen here tonight, but we knew this game was going to be close. But at the end of the day, the talent pool between these two teams was just too much for American Fork to overcome.
And don't let the score fool you. You know, going into halftime and coming out of halftime, we expected a very, very close finish. But Skyridge came out with a great game plan. Their defense cut away a lot of the mistakes that they had made in the first half and then just took over the game. Didn't allow American Fork to get anything going on offense.
As the fireworks are set off here, courtesy of the Salo Ohana this evening, celebrating Skyridge's win here in this regular season finale. Gavin, time now to name our Heidemann and Associates Player of the Game. Presented by the full-service law firm, fully committed to winning for you, the client. He did all his damage in the first half, 100-plus yards receiving in the first half, and we have to give the honor to Davis Fyans, the receiver here tonight for Skyridge. He really sparked this Skyridge team when they needed it the most.
And when you were struggling, when Skyridge is struggling, he was the guy, like you said, to help them get out of that sludge, to break that ice, to get this offense going, and take advantage of when American Fork is loading the box to try and stop that run. They're able to find him. He's using his speed and getting some really making some damage in that passing game.
So now our attention here turns to the playoffs here, Gavin. Obviously, regular season's done. We expect Lehigh, Corner Canyon, Skyridge, Lone Peak in some order to be named in the RPI Top 5 going into Saturday's matchup reveals on KSL Sports Rewind at 10 a.m. Where do you think this Skyridge team falls in terms of where they could potentially go in the playoffs?
You know, this might sound crazy, but with how they have played throughout this season, I think they can take it all. With the way they run the ball, I like their offense. I like their defense. They're going to have to run through some big teams, but we have seen them do it before. And, you know, right now I have no reason to doubt this Skyridge team.
So let's talk about the rest of the teams now in not only Region 3, but in really 6A as well. There are some good teams out here in Region 3 that could upend some plans, give you low peak or what have you. But as of right now, besides Skyridge, who do you think is the odds-on favorite to challenge Corner Canyon for the championship?
I really have to go with Lehigh. Or excuse me, not Lehigh, Lone Peak. I got the L's mixed up. This entire year has just been incredible. We saw it be the reason, you know, they've won so many games, and I am a full believer in the adage, defense wins championships. I feel they can make some plays to really give Corner Canyon a run for their money.
And we've already seen it, too, this year as well, with Corner Canyon coming in as the number 7 team in the nation, and then Lone Peak dominating really from start to finish that memorable game back in August, which was concurrently happening while we were here at Skyridge calling the Cherry Creek, Colorado game. But it should be interesting, Gavin, nevertheless, to see this playoff really pan out. This could be one of the most exciting 6A playoffs we have had in a while.
There's so many good teams. There's so many dark horses. There's so many chances for upsets. It's just so hard to pick one team. But maybe it's recency bias, but how Skyridge played tonight, I really like their chances.
Well, we'll see if you're right. Skyridge has been to the championship game each of the last 3 years. Once under John Lehman, now once under Justin Hem, and they'll try to get back to the title game at Rice-Eccles Stadium. And boy, Gavin, I will say, I am glad we have a long week to get ready for the playoffs because we're about to see some good matchups.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so exciting. We're reaching the best time in the football season. And, oh, I can't wait, Alex.
Neither can we, everybody. Tune in Saturday morning at 10 o'clock in the morning on KSLSports.com as we kick off your football Saturday with the 1 to 6A bracket reveal show. Catch it with Jeff and Dane. That'll do it for us, though, here in the regular season. Thank Josh Dodge on the camera all regular season long. Gavin Atkinson here in the broadcast booth with me. Don't forget, me and Brian Brown will have a game for you next week, Friday. Check KSLSports.com and the streaming schedule for where we will be. Until then, folks, this has been another presentation of Skyridge Football on the Rewind Sports Network, presented by Alpine Credit Union and Surgical Arts. Once again, the final score, the Skyridge Falcons, 45, and the American Fork Cavemen, 24. Until next we meet in the playoffs. Aloha from Utah. We'll see you next time. Take care of one another, everyone, and good night.